And while you're waiting, we're ready to start. But I did put I'm Linda from Laughing My Angst Off, Laughter Yoga, and be your instructor. And I did put up a nice little 2-page sheet that gives you a quick overview of the history and all of the happy hormones we get from laughter yoga and why it's called laughter yoga. So if you feel like screenshotting that while I'm giving the little intro, feel free to do that, and then I'll take it off the screen. So there's a couple of new people. This is considered a real yoga class because we use 2 forms of yogic breaths. We use the pranayama and we do a variation of the breath of fire. So basically in laughter class, you just have to let yourself have the intent that you're going to laugh for no reason. So we have 3 main rules. First one is no new pain. We don't do any floor moves, so it's pretty easy. But breath-wise and movement-wise, you don't want to do anything that's beyond your level, and you can always adapt. We don't use any jokes to make ourselves laugh. We use exercises, and we use childlike playfulness, eye contact, and basically those breaths. And that's how we get our diaphragm working. And that's really the key to all the relaxation we're doing, because our diaphragm is the key to calming down our sympathetic, stressed out nervous system and letting us move over to the parasympathetic, which lets us just relax and recharge. So that's basically what we do. We keep breathing. Ideally, we want to laugh for 15 minutes daily to get the benefits, but there have been studies that even a weekly or monthly class can really do a lot. But we don't mean that we're going to laugh consistently for 15 minutes. We're really talking about using our diaphragm. So we're doing some chanting, some clapping, some laughing, and I will ask you to unmute yourself when we're going to do an exercise. We want to stay in our right brain, which means I don't really do chat, and we want to just, I'll do the talking first, and then we'll kind of move on to just doing the exercises. So we are going to, as long as you have the intent to get silly, this is a real form of yoga. It's just a little different, but we get all the benefits, and we will do some mindful meditation at the end. So I'm going to take this little screen down, and we'll get our warm up going. And let me just get that on here, get my share screen. We'll get a little music on and we'll get our warm-ups going. There we go, iTunes. So there's a couple of breaths that I will tell you about before we start. We'll practice them after we warm up, but one of them is our ho ho ha ha. If you can put yourself on the screen, it's fun to see faces. I know if you're working, that's okay, but it's fun to hear the laughter and see faces. That's part of the connection, and that's why it's so great on Zoom. So we do a acupressure clap and a chant, and that's we combine it with a laughter version of the breath of fire, and it's just ho ho ha ha ha, ho ho ha ha ha, ho ho ha ha ha. So can everybody try that one and unmute? Ho ho ha ha ha, ho ho ha ha ha. Great. Okay, so we're going to put on a little bit of warm-up music.
Sí lo voy a hacer, pero me quieren sentar.
For stretching. We're going to put on a little warm-up music for stretching. It's spring-like weather, so we're going to do a 4-minute stretch, and there are going to be a couple of places where we'll be doing some ho-ho, ha-ha, and some ooh sounds because we're warming up our voices and our muscles. So if you want to stand up, you can do this in a chair as well. And if you are able to show yourself, it's fun to see some faces. So let's see. Can you hear the volume okay? Is volume okay? Okay. Okay, so we're doing a little stretching. Breathe in and out. In and out. In, out. I can't, the music's a little quiet for me. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of shoulders, forward, ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, and backwards, ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Good. A little bit of circle, forward, We're gonna do our elbows. Shake it out. Okay, you might want to hold on to something. We're gonna point and flex our foot, point and flex. Then we're gonna circle our ankle. My leg doesn't go that high, and then circle our knee. Okay, so it's gonna be point, flex, point, flex, and circle, ankle, circle, ankle, circle, knee, one more, point, flex, point, flex, circle, ankle, circle, ankle, circle, knee, good. Other side, point, flex, point, flex, circle, ankle, circle, ankle, circle, knee, one more, point, flex, point, flex, and circle, ankle, circle, knee, good. Now we're gonna bend forward, let our air out, and up. Okay, fingers locked behind head. And we're gonna turn little waist to neck stretch. And very gently, we're gonna turn our head to one side, tilt, and shake off with a ha, 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 ha. Good. Other side. And ha, 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 ha. Good. Okay, now we're gonna circle our knees with a ooh. And other way. Ooh. Okay, circle our hips, a little hula hoop. To the left. And to the right. Okay, and a little bit of our shoulder circle, chest circle, and other side. Okay, and do a little bit of a toe. Ha, ha, toe, toe, ha, ha, ha. Shake it off. Toe, toe, toe. Little Tai Chi swing. Shake your leg, shake it out. We want to shake a little stuff out of ourselves, and then we'll let it out with some breaths too. Okay, good job. Pause. Okay, whew, good job, everybody. All right, so we've got a couple of breaths we talked about, and if you want to sit down, that's okay. But this one we can, we're going to do one more shaky little shake. We're going to work on our ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. We're going to work on our ho, ho, ha, ha, ha breath. So it's that ha, 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 which is our modified breath of fire. It's just ha, ha, ha. And what we're going to do for this one is we're going to start out in the morning, like early, don't want to get up, look in the mirror, grumpy face, and we're going to use that breath to get our diaphragm working and change our mood. So we're going to imagine that we have two air pumps. So we're going to have grumpy face. That's really, start out with morning grumpy face. It's going to be ha, ha, ha. And the next level is ha, ha, ha. And the last one is ha, ha, ha. And then we let it go. And then as we do the next two, we're going to get a little more positive and we start to smile. Okay, good. I see some smiles already for the faces that I see. Okay, cool. So let's start that with one grumpy one and two regular ones. Ready and go. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, now we're getting a little bit more positive here. Ready? Ha, 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 ha. Woo! Good job. Okay, and here's the grand finale where we just worked ourselves up into a better mood. Ready and go. Ha, 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 ha. Woo! Good job. And after each exercise, we do ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. And our kindergarten cheer. Very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay! So this not only makes us more like kids, but it puts our arms up, gets us a little more circulation, opens up our throat for taking in more air and for croaking. Okay, so that was good. Now the other breath that we do is the pranayama, the deep breath, where we breathe in through our nose. We imagine our belly is a big balloon. We fill it up, we fill up our chest and our ribs, and we hold it, and then we push it out our mouth. And as we do that, we feel our belly tightening up against our spine. So to do that one, we'll do our first exercise, which is laughter molecules. I like this one. We're so concerned about COVID molecules, but we're here without masks. And let's just imagine that we are breathing in some beautiful laughter molecules, okay? And they're gonna tickle our nose as they go in and make us smile. So we're gonna breathe in through our nose, feel that little tickle, fill up your belly, fill up your chest, fill up your ribs, and hold it, hold it, hold it. And just with a little smile, push it out your mouth. Good, empty out that air. This time we're gonna breathe in a whole bunch, and on the exhale, we're going to giggle. So breathe in, hold it, 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 let it go. So all we're doing in laughter yoga is giggling out on the exhale. Okay, and that makes it easier to inhale as well. So one more, breathe in, hold it, 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 and let it go. Laughter is contagious, and so even if we don't feel like laughing, our brain doesn't know the difference. We get the same benefits. We get the same benefits as whether we think it's funny or not. So that's what's cool about the laughter. And we don't use jokes because we don't want to make people uncomfortable. And we want to be able to laugh at the things that irritate us every day, so we learn how to deal with them. So it's supposed to be spring-like weather coming up. So let's do a little bit of laughter sunblock. I don't know if we've done that one before, but we're just going to squeeze it out. And with a and then we're going to put it on everywhere it makes us giggle, everywhere we don't want to get sunburned, because we're going to go out and do some gardening laughter. Okay, so ready? You can unmute for the laughing part. Ready, go. You can unmute. Every part that's going out in the sun. Oh, good job. Okay. So ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 and very good.
Very good. Yay.
And very good. Very good.
Yay.
Let's just take a little breath in, a little butterfly breath, and push it out. Little butterfly breath in, and push it out. Good. So we're gonna you can sit or stand for this. We're gonna get our hoe out. We're gonna do a little bit of pre-gardening. So we're gonna get our hoe, and we're just gonna go ha, 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 ha. Okay. So we'll do that one three sets. Ready and go. Ha, 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 ha. And again, ha, 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 ha. Yes, okay, second part of this, we've got to dig some of that earth up, okay, because we're gonna plant. All right, so we've got to scoop it up, and it's gonna be A, and then we're gonna dig that hole out, okay? So we'll do that one 3 times. Ready and go. A, woo! And A, woo! Woo! Oh, good job. So ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 and very good, very good, yay, and very good, fertilizer. So we've got to scoop that. So it's going to be A. And on the third one, it gets a little close to our face and it's all right. So ready? We're going to shake in some fertilizer. A. Woo! And again, A. Woo! The last one. A. Woo! So ho, ha, ha, ho, ha, ha, and very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good.
Yay!
Okay, so now we've got to put our plants in. Anybody have a favorite flower you want to plant?
Daisy.
Daisies, that's good. Okay, so we got to get our roots. So we've got to get our plant out of the container and get the roots ready. Put it in. Ready? Go. Good job. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you sprinkler laughter. We're going to sprinkle it with a little sprinkler. And you're going to put your hand out this way, put your right arm towards your right hip, and we're going to go to the left side. We're going to go A, and let the sprinkler go with You can put a little jump in it if you want to move. So ready? A. One more. A. Okay, other side. And ready, go. A. And A. And A. Good job. So ho, ha, ha. Ho, ha. And very good, very good. Yay. And very good, very good. Yay. Okay, let's take a little breath in, a little breath out. Oh, a little breath in. Oh, but our little neighbors have been watching the whole time, and there's a lot of mud and fertilizer all over. And it's spring break. They're out of school, and they are just going to get naughty. So they start throwing the fertilized mud and dirt, and we're going to just have a really naughty little dirt fight. Okay, so when we throw things, I know it's silly. We're being very silly and kid-like. It takes a little while to get used to it, but when we throw anything at each other, we laugh. If it lands on us, we laugh. So we're going to do just a little bit of a dig out the mud and start throwing it back at the little naughty neighbor kids. Okay, ready? Here we go. Ready and woo! But now their mom comes out and she looks at us all covered in mud, and it's just like, this is like naughty laughter, playful. Like, what have you been doing? I know what you've been doing. So we make eye contact, and it's like, oh. Opposite of that, which is good to use in your work, is forgiveness laughter, because no words, just asking for forgiveness. So it's just like, how did I do that? I'm sorry, in gestures. So it's just going to be like, oh. All right, so ready? Try that. Good job. So ho, ha, ha, ho, ha, ha, and very good, very
good. Yay!
And very good,
Very good.
Yay! Wow. good. But our apology was accepted, but our neighbor decides to hose us off anyhow. So when the hose comes over you, and you can take your hose out, you just feel a nice, refreshing little giggle, or it's really cold. All right, so let's hose each other off here. Ready? And go. Woo! Good job. So ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 and very good, very good. Yay! And very good, very good. Yay! Let's take a little breath in and a little breath out. A little breath in, a little breath out. We finally get to admire our daisies because we really haven't. So we're just gonna take a beautiful look. We're just gonna do, oh, look what I did. I'm gonna take a nice sniff and realize that it's allergy season. It'll be Okay, so that's a two-part. Let's first admire our beautiful daisies, and it'll just be, and now we'll just take a little achoo. Achoo. Good job. So ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 and very good, very good. Yay. And very good, very good. Yay. All right, so a little breath in. 4 minutes here, and a little breath out. A little breath in. A little breath out. Let's just practice our laughter phone buddy laughter. You pretend that you've just heard the funniest joke on the phone, and it's a really good escape one if you need to get out of a meeting or really actually call a friend and just laugh for a couple of minutes. So we just pick up the phone and we act like we just heard the funniest story. So it's just ready and
Oh.
and we'll look, those of us on camera will look at each other. Okay, so ready? Here we go.
Oh.
Okay, good. So ho, ho,
Oh.
ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 and very good,
Very good, very good. Yay.
and very good,
Very good, very good. Yay.
So in this class, we only have about 15 minutes to do some exercises, and we'll do our giggle meditation, which is 2 minutes of laughter. Then we do some winding down, so some lovely Indian drumming, and then we'll do a little bit of total body relaxation and meditation with loving kindness meditation at the end. So that's what we're doing next. And let's just practice our silent laughter before we go into giggle meditation. So silent laughter is a real easy one to get you used to using your whole body, because kids laugh with their whole body. They're always doing maracas and body movements. Really helps to get our cells shaken up and shake everything out of our mind and our body. So silent laughter is no noise. So it's just going to be using your body. So let's try that. Just like, but no sound. So ready and go. Good. So what we're going to do for our 2 minutes, I'm going to set my little timer. For our 2 minutes of giggle meditation, we are going to start with the silent laughter. And whenever it starts to escape, you can turn it into regular laughter. But the idea is we want to use our body to move your head, your arms, your feet, wherever you can stand, you can sit. But we're going to start and do a very, very deep breath first. And push it out our mouth. And let's do a really deep breath in. And when I say go, we'll start our giggle meditation. So breathe in. The more you take in, the louder your belly laugh at your own pace. Ready? And you can unmute. Ready and go. Let's start with silent. We're halfway there. Okay, we're getting ready to wind down here. Last call. Good job. Woo, we had some cackling there. Good. Okay, so let's just take a couple of nice breaths in. Good. And I'm going to get my little bit of music back on. So just keep taking a few breaths in. After we let out all that laughter, it's somewhat cathartic. So we do like to do a little bit of grounding work. And that's because when we're letting things out of our nervous system, sometimes the things we've kept in will pop out. And that's okay. We just want to be aware and acknowledge it. So we do a little grounding dance. Usually I'd say 95% of the time, we feel a lot more energized and ready to get on with the day. And that can last for a good 12 to 24 hours. But if there's anything we want to just shake out of our body, we do that with our grounding. So it's really easy. We do the same movements. It's ho, ho to our chest, and then ha, ha, sort of to the ground. And you can stand or you can sit, and you can make it a little bit of a dance with a ho, ho, ha, ha. So I'm just going to put on a couple of minutes of our grounding dance before we get into, I have to get it on the right.
Grounding dance is a technique.
I have to get it onto the place where he stops talking, which is, here we go.
Makes it dreamlike.
Can you hear that okay?
You may feel a trance.
Is that loud enough? Can you hear it?
Enjoy this dance. Are you ready? was great. It's time to relax. Let's take 2 deep breaths.
Okay, so let's just bend forward and let some air out. And breathe in. And forward. And nice big breath in. And sit down. Another thing that you can do is hum. And that's another good way to sort of ground yourself. Again, we're using the time that we have right now. So right now, I'd like you to sit down in your chair. We're going to get ready for our bit of meditation. And you can sit down and just imagine that you're sitting in your favorite spot to relax. Can you hear the harp music okay? Hear the music? Yeah, so get comfy in your chair. Just let your back relax and just sit down in your chair. Get your feet placed on the ground. Wherever you may be, wherever your happy place is, it might be in your special chair, it might be in a garden, on the beach, in the forest, wherever your happy spot is. Just imagine planting your feet on the ground, drawing strength and energy from the earth wherever you are. And just close your eyes and just imagine that the warmth and laughter that you've created is sort of just melting away some of your stress. And be aware as you move up your body how each part feels. So we'll start with our feet. Relax our toes, the balls of our feet, our heels, our ankles. Imagine your feet are just two soft blobs of clay, just soft and malleable. And carry that softness up through your ankles and your calves, your knees. From your knees to your thighs, to your buttocks, your hips, and sink down in your chair like it's a big squishy marshmallow. And let your belly and all the organs in your belly just relax and soften. Relax your chest, your solar plexus, your diaphragm, your ribs. Just let everything soften. And move to your shoulders. Notice if there's any tension still there, and just soften your shoulders. Soften your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your fingers, your hands. And just imagine that your legs and arms are just so relaxed that they're just like kite streamers, just floating up in the clouds, no direction, just floating anywhere. And move your focus now to your neck that's been so busy breathing and laughing. Even that 15 minutes was a good workout. So now relax your neck and your throat and your jaw. Imagine relaxing your gums and your teeth, your lips, your cheeks, all the parts of your face, your eyes, your eyebrows, your eyelids. All the way up to your forehead and all those wrinkles, the worry lines. Imagine that you're smoothing those out as you sit here. And finally, the very top of your head. Very top of your head, imagine there's a zipper. And we're going to let all our thoughts out. up into the clouds. All our thoughts of the past and the future. And let's just enjoy taking the time to have relaxed our body through laughter and our mind through a little relaxation. And imagine right now there's no place you have to be, nothing you have to do. And we're just going to enjoy that for about a minute or two. And I'll stop talking. And just, if you're a meditator, then you can just clear your mind a bit. Otherwise, just enjoy breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just letting your body and your mind rest. While your eyes are still closed, just imagine that you're sitting in a room with all the people you love. Some people you find challenging, a lot of people you don't even know. Imagine sitting in a room, the whole world in front of you. And try to create that space in your heart from just laughing and breathing. And try to share that energy that laughter creates, the kindness, with that whole room. And just imagine just sending out from your heart just a little warmth to that whole room. And as you do that, and imagine that everyone in the world is sitting in front of you, say with your whole heart to every one of them, may you be safe from inner and outer harm. May you feel free from guilt, shame, and hatred. May you enjoy physical and mental well-being. And may you live with an ease of an open heart. May you be awakened to your true nature, which is the inexhaustible source of love, compassion, and wisdom. And remember that just by breathing and laughing, we can change ourselves and change the world, because we never know what's behind somebody's smile or someone's frown. So we try to meet it with laughter and kindness. We're doing a lot. So we're going to start to wake up our body, starting with your feet and your toes, and move your legs, your knees, scoot back and forth in your chair, wiggle your hips, wake up your belly and your chest, wake up your shoulders, and your arms, and your hands, and your fingers, and very gently wake up your neck, your face, your lips, your teeth, your jaw. And it's Monday, so I hope you can face the week with a little laughter and practice. Anytime you want to just put your music on and do a ho-ho ha-ha dance, or pretend you're laughing on the phone with someone, see if you can come up with ways to use this when you feel a little stressed. And hope to see everyone next week. And we'll end with our Hamastes, which is I honor the joy and laughter in you. And we're just on time. So thank you all, and keep smiling, keep practicing till next week.